I'm gonna start off first with the products that I would like mix in with my foundations. I have two of the L'Oreal Lumi Glow Lotion. This is in Deep, both of them. So, you know, I've been using this. If you're a watcher of the channel for a while, you know, I love this. This is before it got TikTok crazy. And I love mixing this in with my foundations and so forth. And it really gives this beautiful sheen and glow to the skin without all this glitter and so forth, you know, on the surface of your skin. So this is 2017. This is 2018. These are definitely need to go, very old. The one that I currently have now, it expires next year, so I should be able to finish it by then. But for this one, LA Girl, I mean, I used it, but I didn't use it as much as I actually thought that I would. See, it kind of just shows a little bit of use right there. But the blue tone, this shade, works the best for my skin tone and for my undertone. Now what just works the best for me, I don't need any type of blue mixer, is to add in a little bit of the Say Super Glow Gel in the first shade, Star Glow. This self-adjusts and color corrects everything. And I don't know how it does that, but it's just by fluke. I figured that out, and that is pretty much what I stick with. Since I am a glow girl, do witch, powder foundation and we don't get along. Okay, the powder foundations of the day were, you know, matte and thick and heavy and all that. But sometimes, once in a while, I may try a few stuff. So I have these two here I will be letting go of. This one is easy just to check. The L'Oreal Age Perfect Creamy Powder Foundation. This is more of a, I have the shade Classic Tan. This is something where I feel that it's like more like a powder. I don't see any type of coverage with this. And you know, I have powder, like a pressed powder that I can use. So what's the point of having something that says, you know, foundation on it? It should show some form of coverage on it. But same for Fenty Beauties. However, I just cannot seem to get a shade now that matches me the best for this formula, the Fenty Pro Filter. Now I do like the formula. I like how this adds a little bit of coverage, but it still stays skin-like. So that's how I prefer it. And I hate to have to toss it, but I've gone through shades, I think 390, I think I went through 380, and this is 385, and I'm just over it. I'm over trying to fit into a shade. I'm not doing a mixing or whatnot. This is since 2021, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go. Tube skin tints and so forth here. A lot of these have changed color on me. So, you know, just sitting around, they'll start to change tone as well. And I may have liked it at this point, but then, you know, again, not touching stuff, I don't know what happens. It just changes. And if it's expired, it's gotta go. That's why the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator and then the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. Now, out of these two, the Skin Milk I felt is the best. This gives, again, that skin-like, light, dewy complexion. Very realistic on the skin. Wet n Wild, you're going to have an issues trying to find the shades. CoverGirls is a little bit more forgiving because it will expand across multitude of shades. So I would recommend the CoverGirl version. However, and I've never talked about this, I don't think I ever have, my Maybelline Dream BB Fresh cream here, this is my favorite for, I think, probably since high school. I mean, it's been around for so long, and as long as they still have it, you know, I mean, obviously a lot of us wear it, right? Because it's been around that long. And this is, let's see, it expired in 2022. It's very inexpensive, probably like $6 or something like that. This is what I wear. And of course I already have a fresh one. Now it did expire in March, but I'm almost done with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. But it does have SPF 30. This is absolutely fantastic. When I, like in my 20s, when I would be traveling and stuff, it's what I always took it with me. I would mix it into products too. It just gives the most beautiful finish on the skin. It's never heavy, nothing. And I mean, on me, as far as covering anything, it just worked like foundation to me. So very easy, little tube, everything. This is an absolute winner in my eyes. Last two is the Pixi H2O Skin Tint. This is 2019. And then the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. So this was August of 2022. I'll have to tell myself, you don't have to keep saying the damn dates, okay? So let's see, for e.l.f. Deep 500W is my skin tone shade. For Pixi, it's Mocha. This one with this strange, it says tinted face gel. It feels like water going on. I love how the stuff is just coming back now. The wear of use. It felt like water. And almost kind of like I have to shake it up, like you'd have that separation. No coverage at all. Which again, you know, skin tint, I'm not really thinking as much. And still with the shades, with this brand, you know, it's off. You know, Mocha, usually I would probably fall into that because Mocha, the terms, shade names also can dictate what the undertone is. And with Pixi, you know, they are notorious for never getting it right. At this point, I personally don't know why they're in business. Still, with everything we have going on now and other great brands, I don't know why they're in business other than the toner, which I've already found a great dupe for, and I've left. So, just, I don't recommend personally that one from Pixi. Now, e.l.f.'s Camo, I liked this at the beginning, but it's another one that, now first off, I remember it felt like nothing was on the skin. So I'm getting a nice skin-like texture. And I mean, I felt I used a good amount of it. But then I come to the point where it just changed, okay? And that is something I've noticed with e.l.f.'s products, their complexion or foundation like that. When I would use it down the road, it would change. The color would be totally different. The texture's totally different. And that's what it was with this. It suddenly just turned like thicker. I could feel it more on the skin, the color too. So that's why I personally don't wear any foundations or any of that from e.l.f. So I have no issue tossing that in the trash. Okay, so rest are just regular foundations. Now, if I still have it here, that means, because I know me, it was so inexpensive, it probably was, you know, on clearance, and I was just like, it doesn't even worth going back to the store to return it. So this is exactly why I have Burt Bees Goodness Glows Liquid Makeup. So which shade is this? I don't even know if this is still being made. This is in Chestnut. And again, going by what little shade information I can get from this brand. Are you going to focus? It wants to focus on me. Right here. Come on. Right here. Right here. There we go. Burt Bees, like I love their blush. Love their powder blush. But it's another brand where, you know, these brands that are just, especially at the drugstore, that want to stay in the same, like horse and buggy days. You know, you want to have these thick, goopy foundations that are not, you know, skin-like on those heavy Instagram days. All that mess is gone. Okay, so if you don't want to get with the times and you still want to be, like I said, horse and buggy and have 3 shades, because you swear up and down only, you know, white people live on this planet, and you refuse to expand. Or if you have a dark shade, you just assume we all have red undertones. You know, you need, as far as I'm concerned, you need to go. So either change or get on out here and make the room for the brands that want, you know, to offer stuff. So I'm looking at you, Burt Bees. I'm looking at you, Almay. I can go on and on. Wet and Wild too, okay? You end at what, Cafe or something like that. It should not end with me. you know, just, I can, like I said, I can go on and on. This was so good. So good. The L'Oreal Age Perfect Serum Foundation. This is so, so good. So instead of having like, you know, the serum foundation now, you know, like in the little container here, I love it in a tube. I love these tubes. They're super easy to work with. And I wear cappuccino, and this is just another one. Dewy, skin-like, lightweight, so good on the skin. I just didn't finish up, and it, you know, expired in 2022. Same with this Revlon Candid. Revlon, it's very difficult for me to find. Actually, I have the Glow too. Foundation within Revlon's lineup that I feel would stop looking so darn thick, heavy, dry. Because, you know, Color Stay, that's their little ticket there, right? And that's what they're focused on that. So when they came out with the Candid line and the Glow, it's like, oh good, we're going down into light textures and skin light. So Candid Glow, I'm shade 510. Regular Candid, I'm shade 530. They've already expired too. And again, it's another one where I used, you know, I had some use going on here. And I mixed these two together. So I have the best of both worlds, and also a way to hurry up and finish the product. I do like that. However, I wouldn't repurchase again. I would rather purchase this than the Revlon here. I know this is still available. The Infallible line, very popular. But again, I still would just stick with the serum foundation. Though there's, you know, this is available for people that still, they want that. You know, I don't want the dewy look and so forth. I want that long wear, kind of think of Estee double wear and so forth, or a matte appearance on the skin. So that's what you have Infallible line for. But this foundation, which is like a lot of L'Oreal products, a very strong smell to it. This one, I don't know why this one didn't bother me, but this does. I don't even remember if this even had a scent, so I'm curious now. Nope, didn't smell like anything. So I mean, it's why I don't even want to buy their lipsticks. I don't buy Maybelline lipsticks for the same thing. You have that strong smell. I'm over it. This is the last L'Oreal I have. It's the True Match Lumi. So this is me. Okay, so we have the True Match Lumi. This is a line that they should have expanded on and focused for us who are the, you know, the do witches over here. They should have spruced this up or something, because it's something where, you know, no one really talks about it. All they talk about is the Glow Lotion. Ain't nobody checking for this, but it's still there. And again, just same little, you know, colors, and they're just really not doing anything much about it. But this one is in Cool. I wear the C6. I'm just staying with what I like, which is my True Match serum here. And I'm good with that. And then of course the Glow Lotion. Okay, Juvia's Place. So I have the three here. Out of the Juvia's foundations, I prefer the stick foundation, and I love how the deepest one to the one I had worked great as a contour. So the deep one, I am Katsina. No, I can't pronounce these names. And then Jacmel was my actual foundation skin. So in Juvia's, I can find the exact shade for my skin, for my undertone. There is so many shades, and even in concealers when we get to concealers too. Great coverage. The foundation stick, I feel, just felt more natural on the skin. Skin-like, again, good coverage. So, and these are very out, so they're going in the trash. But this one here, the I Am Magic, this is the matte foundation. So I remember I got this on sale. Otherwise, I would not have picked it up at all. So I am number 4, I think it's 410 Nairobi. So this one, unfortunately for Juvia's, I feel, you know, it's hit or miss with the complexions product. You have to try them for yourself, because, you know, me being, you know, very picky, it is thicker, it's heavier on the skin, and it's too much. I need to thin it out, whereas I shouldn't need to thin it out to the point where I might as well just use something else. So I'm not into the complexion stuff anymore from them. Last is ColourPop. So the Pretty Fresh line, this is the tinted moisturizer and then the hyaluronic acid foundation. I prefer the foundation over the skin tint. I think the skin tint just broke apart too fast for me. So it's not very long lasting. It is 2019. And I also just didn't really use as much of the product as well. And the shade was dark 20N, which is a good color for me. But the foundation, to me, gave a nice hybrid of a hydrating foundation, but then also something that's very natural on the skin and long wearing. So it gave a lot of good, traits to it. Moving on to high end. So we're going to start with the skin tints again. So this is Milk. This is Milk Makeup. This is the Sunshine Skin Tint. This one I actually just started this year. It went into the pile. And then the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. So this one, as far as looking, definitely in this pile, but for a skin tint that is more high-end, this was one of like my top 3 favorites of all time. This looks so good on the skin. It just melted in, blended well, perfect color. I mean, it's perfection. I can't even find the color name on here. And I'm saying this too because I'm not going to be putting these in the info box. So if you are the same shade, skin twin, you'll know which shade to grab. Deep. The smell. The last time I used it, and it was this year, it was the smell. Now this was the Glossier one, just confused so many people. It's liquid water with a little drop of pigment in it, but you also think Glossier, it's so sheer and so like barely there makeup. Glossier is like for those people, you just want to feel in your mind that you're putting something on. That is what Glossier's makeup is to me. Tarte's, almost said Rainforest of the Sea, Hydroflex C, skin tint here. 53N is my exact shade. And this one is another one where it's a serum foundation where, always dropping something, where if I felt it changed over time. So again, the texture, it just didn't stay the same as, how I really enjoyed it when I very first got it. I used some, but obviously not enough, but sad to see it go, but that's how it is. If I have to really work on a product now, I'm not keeping you, especially if I feel that you're very old. We just have so much now, a lot of options, which is good too. This, they never should have discontinued this one, the Rainforest of the Sea. This, not only was the exact color of my skin too, perfect. Same shade, 53, no. I take that back. It is 53, but it's G. Deep Golden was my exact color of my skin. This just had that strange serum water rehydration. You would think it would just run off your face. I have people in the Middle East were like, this is the only thing we wear. I'm like, kidding? It's like 200 degrees over there. And this actually stayed. They love it. Love it. Love it. And it just looked beautiful on the skin. So it's very old. And I'm so mad at Tarte, among other things, as to them getting rid of this. It was one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Cosmetics is another brand where it's very difficult to get into the correct shade. Even if you do some tweaking, their darker shades just run way too warm for me. Sometimes they'll look like it's got this huge red tone to it. Like I said, that's just not everybody with darker skin has a warm, very red undertone. It's just like how MAC was doing it back in the day. Oh, every black woman is NC42. No, we are not. So if you need to get people involved to get your undertones and your stuff right by now, then that's what you need to do. They do have new shades of their CC cream and all that stuff, but I'm just saying. That's all. Okay, Becca. I'm so sad that Becca closed. Becca was my brand. It was the Radiant, the Dewy. Every time they dropped something, it's like, what? What you got, Becca? So gotta say bye to these. And I remember, you know, once they started to shut down, they went over to Marshall's or TJ Maxx. That's where I got this one for $7. But it's their skin tint, dewy tint. This is in the light shifter. So my shade was 5.5. So I did use it. You know, but I noticed that the one that I also got from TJ Maxx, this one was very old already. So now what I do is when I'm inside of the discount stores and I see some makeup that I want, I will look up their batch code and I'll see, like this past weekend, they had YSL lipsticks at Home Goods, and it was 2018, 2019, sitting out there 4 years ago on the darn floor trying to sell it. I'm like, So I will do that now, but this was a great little skin tint, great color and everything. But like I said, it's too old at this point. But Becca, I will criticize them on this. They're zero, having the nerve to put the word foundation in the title. No pigment virtual foundation. This, whoever had thought of this whole little campaign, all of them, I would have fired them all. If I was Mrs. Becca, all y'all would have been fired on the spot. Creating a campaign all built around something that has zero color, zero coverage. Just say it's a primer. But no, they swore up and down, we gonna market it as a foundation and trick all y'all, losing all these brain cells, right? Trick all you guys into thinking the conspiracy is that this is a foundation, and it sold. I mean, it went on heavily discount. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try it. I will try the products out there too that are just have no concept, but just stupid, right? I'll try it. And I didn't even really finish it. So I was just saying, as I would just use it as a primer, which is what it is. Okay, this was not blurring anything. This was not covering a darn thing. Okay, but like I said, didn't really finish it. So I don't know why I feel like smelling it, but no smell. It's just old. But yeah, I could fire them all. That was just the stupidest campaign of that time frame. This should be the last of as far as skin tints. One by Lancôme. This is the Skin Feels Good, and it's our hydrating skin tint. And then Urban Decay's Stay Naked Hydro Maniac. So this one is still nice and fat because what's the shade on this? 70 Dark. And some of these, a lot of these I've reviewed too. So again, go look in the search bar and you can find the reviews on that. But this is just something that never really grabbed me like I wanted to be grabbed. The color is still too warm, even though I do fall in the 70N series. It's just, as usual, if you're gonna make one per number, and of course everybody dark got warm, deep, you know, skin like that. So I just did not gravitate that much because I'm not going to be tweaking it. When I have other products, I don't have to tweak anymore. Like I said, those days of mixing 7, 8, 9 foundations back in the day, yes, that's what we had to do. What I did to be getting my them days are over. Okay, I'm at peace now. We ain't going back to those times. This is a good one too. This is the 8N Honey. So if Ulta 21 Days has this again, this was, you know, very inexpensive too. I tried to get through it before it went bad already, and it was already expired when Ulta sold it too. So I was just trying my best. 2018. It's a very, you know, old, but this one needed just a little bit of tweaking. Like if I got this now and I put the Say Glow Gel, blend right into my skin. But you know, Lancôme knows what they're doing. It's L'Oreal, anyways, and you know, hydrating on the skin, beautiful complexion, and so forth. But like I said, very old. Okay, Beauty Blender. This is one that I did test a couple more times of this year, so it will go now in the trash because, again, it's another thing where you started off good. This is the Bounce Skin Tint, And I remember I bought the shade that's up from this. This is deep 1. So I had tan, whatever the last number is of the tan. I thought that one would work for me because whatever I am in their regular foundation is what it said it would be. And then I had to pay for the shipping to send it back and get this color, the correct one, deep 1. So I never will buy anything on Beauty Blender's website again because there's no, and free returns, no. There's none of that nonsense. Here we go again. You pay for the return. Okay, that's what a lot of these big brands are doing. And, but this is, yeah, another one where it's just the texture changes, the color changed as well, and it just doesn't feel the same. The skin-like and so forth, it just, I can tell, and I'm looking in the magnifying mirror when they're just not performing the way they used to. Now this one, the one from Kevyn Aucoin, this one, the foundation balm, it was just terrible from the get-go. Foundation balm in Deep FB14. I see a big old crack at the bottom. Look at that crack. I just know probably if I open this up, I don't know, something's gonna jump out of it. Oh my God. It looks like like an earthquake, you know, in the plates. Well, I'm in California, so earthquake city here. Just dry, you know, dry and thick. I don't know who liked this. I don't know who liked it. I don't know. They sent this to me. I know. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. That's all I got to say about it. Oh, look who's here. She should have started at the beginning with her. Miss Charlotte, Hollywood Flawless Filter. How many products have been inspired and been straight up copied? This shade 7, dark. It's too warm for me. So I would mix in like the glow lotion. I need something, a little bit of the blue, something to cool 7 dark down. 6.5 is my shade that I prefer, which is deep, 6.5 deep. And then I just like to buy it in the mini now because I feel like, you know, I can use up these minis quicker and it's just more of a satisfying feeling for me. So I gotta say also, when it comes to travel sizes, Charlotte's brand has it down. Everything comes in a mini. I love that. I love that. That's what these brands also need to be thinking too. But God, I would think this was completely stink by now, but it doesn't. So I don't know why I'm showing you this because I haven't shown you anything else. But yeah, just too deep for me. Oh, Bobbi Brown. My favorite stick foundation of life, Bobbi Brown. All the stories I can say about Bobbi Brown when it comes to the foundation. This is in the shade Warm Almond 13. And I just didn't finish it in time. Oh, before it just went rancid, Jack. That's what's last. What's good about Miss Bobbi Brown is her shades have always been the exact color of my skin. Everything. Exact colors. Tarte Found Sealer Multitasking Foundations. This is in 505 Deep Sand. It did go bad in 2020. So I think I just used like about that much of it. Multitasking Foundation SPF 20. I actually cannot remember the experience with this. I really can't. So that would probably indicate to me if I cannot remember it, it didn't really leave an impression with me because majority of the time it's really good, really bad. I will remember. Okay, so Bare Minerals, Bare Pro. This is the performance where I know that they changed this into the mineral to go clean. This color is Chai. Chai was the best color for me, number 26, 2019. Enough said, it's going in the trash. But this one was what I would love to have as that alternative to like the Studio Fix liquid from MAC. or if you didn't want the double wear Estee, that gives you that strong, lasting performance on the skin without all that cakiness and thickness and matte and all that other mess going on. So that it was perfect for that reason. Nothing Cult. This is when the brand was in Ulta. So when they left Ulta, I don't know if they're still around. This had to be probably a good 80% off, very inexpensive. So it just wasn't worth for me to return it again. $370 neutral. Waitlist foundation. Another one where I can't recall. I don't know if it was the color. I really don't know. But I mean, it's probably as old as I would presume the Bare Minerals is. Bobby, yes. Bobby, skin loving, long wear. I'm telling you. And I just, you would think I would go rebuy these, right? But I'm not, because I got all this other stuff here. So first off, if this is still in the lineup, I know the brand already changed this. I don't think the brand changed this particular, like how this wears, but I know for the skin wearing, they changed this. It doesn't have the color name on it, but I do know what it is on the phone. So as I'm looking it up, I'll tell you this. This is the reason I wore this. We're talking 20s, all through my 30s when I would travel. This and the stick foundation, hot 200-degree Vegas weather, Palm Springs, Palm Springs was 300 degrees. I always had that foundation because it wore the best. It had like nothing on my skin, and I kid you not, I would literally get compliments on my skin. Like how I get only compliments on my skin. Well, with Kosas foundation, that's how I get it with the Bobbi Brown. So I'm just trying to find the darn shade name in here. But when I was in Palm Springs, wore that foundation, the male bartender, okay, like when you paid attention to my face, and as far as I knew, he was straight. He said your skin looks good. There it is, right here in my little notes here. 6.5 warm, and I have my foundation in inventory right there. Keep all the shade names. Flawless, woke up like this foundation. This is in heat. Didn't really use this one. It's already gone, discontinued. So I know I got it around a really good deal. This, and I think Flawless needs to consider this, is if they, I don't know if they put whatever a clean version of a preservative is, because for some reason I feel like their makeup goes faster than it needs to be. Certain Kosas products do that too, which is why I keep the foundation in my little fridge here and the concealer. I won't buy Kosas cream blush because it just went too bad too fast. Same thing, I don't know what is going on with Flawless, but I think like my blushes are no longer good. I don't know. It's sad. It's sad because I like the brand's products, but if it's going to be going bad too fast, I'm out. I don't care if you clean. I'm out. I just got too much stuff. It's better for someone that has, one or two things, and this is their makeup bag, and this is everything they put on their face every single day. It's for those people. That way, that they'll actually use it. Anastasia, I already repurchased the foundation. I just hated this big ass one. It was so stupid. 450C, and their reasoning for this too, but whatever. Perfect color for my skin tone, undertone. And here is the top reason why Anastasia's foundation, just their complexion products, period, I really enjoy, is when you are an olive skin, you've got anything where you tweak and you're in some sort of a middle category and you're neutral and it's super hard to find your shades, Anastasia's there for you. I don't know what it is with them, but they especially do olive tones well, and they understand that even in darker skin, there's olive tone. It's not only white people that are olive or, Mediterranean or whatnot. Golden on darker skin turns olive. That's what it is. So So this is the Dewy Foundation. So yes, I did repurchase this because I love the finish of it. It looks good on the skin, and again, exact color of my skin. So when I want a foundation that's going to perform like that, this is what I reach for. Huda Beauty, this is 2017. This has to probably be the oldest one that I have in this whole collection here. So this is her Faux Filter High Coverage Cream Foundation. So I know she's reformulated this. Chocolate mousse, again, exact color of my skin. So this would be something that I already enjoy Huda Beauty's products to begin with. But this one, you know, it's the older formula, so it's the thicker and so forth like that. I have to really thin it out, and it's got the fragrance. I don't know if the new one that's supposed to be like a luminous matte has the fragrance too. As long as it's not overpowering, I can get past it. But I do know that, you know, people don't particularly care for her scents. But I haven't repurchased it again because I've got a collection over here. Kat Von D. Kat Von D. This is probably before it went vegan. This is the foundation in Tan 074. That tends to be my shade, perfect match of my skin. Tan 074. That's the color also for the Good Apple, the little cream one too. So again, old 2019. It was good when I did use it, but Kat Von D's another one, the vegan, where you know, you have they're known for the strong hold and performance and so forth. So, well, even when it's supposed to be a dewy product, just didn't work. Just doesn't work for me. Same thing with this Lorac. Lorac Left Ulta. So this was again another. I remember when they're like 70–80% off. That's when I just grab it to try it. The Pro Soft Focus Longwear Foundation. The color is definitely off. I remember it's 20 dark, and it just does not sit well on the skin. Lorac, when I think of them, well, I mean, I think of them from my time frame. I mean, I grew up on Lorac, but I really do. I just stay with their eyeshadows. Whenever you see a Clinique foundation, it's not because I went out and bought it. It's because I got it for free for being the top tier at Ulta. I think it's once a year they'll have a selection of foundations. Sometimes it's Clinique or other products. So just to give you the shade reference, the Clinique Even Better Refresh Makeup. This one is very old, but I'm shade WN114 Golden. I think I have that again. No, I don't. I have the Moisture Surge, which I actually like. I really do like this one. And this was another free pick from Ulta. That one is good. And then this is the Clinique Even Better Clinical. Again, just giving you the shade names. If you're my skin twin, WN100 Deep Honey. So if I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these, I probably just didn't really touch it very much. This is, again, 2019. But I don't like how they sit on the skin. That's another thing with Clinique I have to be careful with. It's just how it sits on the skin. Sometimes it just sits and it's like not going anywhere. And then it's just hit or miss for Clinique. Because like I said, I like the moisturizing tint, but I also like this one, their Radiant one, the Glow one. So I do have this one, which I should have tossed by now, but you know, even though it's expired this year, I'm still going through it because as you can see, I am going through this one, using it. And for color reference, WN112. For this, Too Faced little watermelon one, 2018. So this goes neck and neck with 2017 for Huda Beauty. And so this is in the shade Maple. Super thick. Sits on the skin. No. I don't really look at Too Faced's complexion products anymore. I know the concealer didn't work for me. You know, Born This Way, you know, here and there, but I don't know. Now when I think of Too Faced, I just think eyeshadow. You know, we just think of our little things now sometimes with these brands and kind of stay with this. This is absolutely fantastic. I should have finished them. I should have. I know why I didn't. 2019. But I would mix the two shades together. One's a little bit lighter. The 70 NN is a fabulous, fabulous color for my skin. Very lightweight. Doesn't feel like anything's there. And like I said, good color. Long wearing. I think they still make the Stay Naked one. But, you know, it's time to let them go. And then last is the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. So this shade is 4.30. I know that they don't have this anymore. This is, you know, 2020. This was a good concept with having the foundation here that you can kind of mix and so forth. Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation. This was a great color on me. But again, it's just, it changes over time. If you're not really getting into it and touching it, it changes. I don't know what it is with some of these where, you know, I want it to be good from start to finish. That's where I'm at right now as far as what I have. Doesn't matter how long I have them. So yes, this will go in the trash. So I'm gonna go put all this in the trash. Let me know if you even enjoy watching the declutter videos. If you don't, there's really no reason for me to do them, but you know, give me your feedback definitely in the comments. Thank you everyone for stopping by and watching. It's appreciated. And go out there and have a good one. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.